Naughty Dog and The Last of Us Part 2 are topics that I have had a lot of opinions on since the leaked footage was put online a few days ago. I have already discussed Anita Sarkeesian's involvement in The Last of Us Part 2 and how Neil Druckmann apparently fired a tester he deemed to be sexist back in 2016, and after that I really wanted to dig deeper and find out more about how employees are treated and the work atmosphere at the company. Now, Kotaku has covered the situation pretty well over the past couple of days, speaking to a developer who said to them anonymously that, in quotes, the game is really good, but at a large cost to the people, and how, in quotes, they do try to take care of you, providing food, encouragement to take breaks, but for the most part, the implication is get the job done at all costs. And with hearing these things, I wanted to cover a rumor that has been circulating about The Last of Us Part 2's work environment specifically. I do want to preface this with saying this is a Bounding Into Comics article, and they do get a lot of their information from Sausage Roll. And Sausage Roll has had some accusations made against them for fabricating sources, but with Neil Druckmann admitting that he's fired workers he's deemed to be sexist, and with Kotaku's sources, this story doesn't seem baseless, so I'm going to read through this article. If you're enjoying the Naughty Dog coverage, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon. All of the links will be in the pinned comment. Rumor: The Last of Us Part 2 employees could lose jobs if they voice concerns on the story. Whew, Naughty Dog is not in a good place. Following the immense backlash towards Naughty Dog, sparked after leaked cutscenes from The Last of Us Part 2 gave players their first look at the game's questionable plot points and character designs. An alleged source connected to the studio has revealed that the designs of the female characters were intentionally made less feminine in order to avoid offending the trans community. Now, the alleged source, who spoke with Australian pop culture news site Sausage Roll under the condition of anonymity, claimed that environment surrounding the game's development was very divisive, and how even voicing your concerns on its story will upset certain individuals. It usually results in said person being called closed-minded or even phobic or some such nonsense. Now, I have talked about how I disown this type of behavior. Naughty Dog and Sony have been striking down a lot of content creators' videos here on YouTube for talking about their opinions on the leaked cutscenes, the leaked footage, the leaked plot. A lot of people are very unhappy, and they're taking to YouTube to voice their criticisms. And of course, Naughty Dog and Sony are trying to silence them, and here it sounds like Naughty Dog is trying to literally silence their own employees when they're working on the project. Just because you're an employee of a project, you're a developer, that doesn't mean that you have to 100% be okay and love the project you're working on. Obviously, most developers want to love the project they're working on, but there may be points of the project that you might disagree with. You might dislike one of the main characters. You might dislike a choice in the game. It's okay to have your own opinions, and people working at these studios should be allowed to have their own damn opinions too. The source explained, "I don't doubt, even for a moment, that this leak came from the studio. The Last of Us Part 2 is very divisive, and as you can imagine, some of the team aren't really thrilled to be working on the game. Sony has come out, and Naughty Dog have come out, saying that it's not someone that's affiliated with the studio, yet, if it was an ex-employee, they wouldn't technically be affiliated with the studio." So there's a lot of speculation right now as to who it is, or if it is still an employee, if Sony's trying to cover it up. Who knows? But we even have inside sources saying they wouldn't doubt if it was actually someone that worked at the studio. Now, they added, "The team is very much divided on the game, and even voicing your concerns on its story will upset certain individuals. It usually results in said person being closed-minded or even phobic, or some such nonsense. Some people literally have to bite their tongues or fear losing their jobs, even careers, to an outrage mob. Nobody should feel worried about voicing their opinions, especially in a work environment. Taking the thoughts of your developers could help you. It could help your product. These people should not be afraid of losing their jobs or even careers because they disagree with the vision that the studio lead has. I think they should be able to voice those opinions. But that is all that the article really has to say about the topic. The rest of the article is filled with some spoilers, so I'm not going to discuss that. It will be linked in the pinned comment, though, if you do want to check out the article for yourself. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. It's unfortunate that YouTubers are being silenced, employees are being silenced, and a lot of employees don't even have faith in the project themselves. But if you enjoyed this video and find it important, make sure to share it and give it a like. And of course, if you did not enjoy it, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, and I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.